We now have a YouTube channel! Exclamation point YouTube. Look how many new videos have been posted. 5 new videos. They're all between 8 and 25 minutes. Perfect videos. Get in there. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit the YouTube subscription button. What are you doing? Warrant issued for Baked Alaska. Please give me evidence. You see Yang's cringe bodega video? Okay. Let's pivot to Yang. Green tea, baby.
Breakfast of champions, some green tea, a banana. How you doing, bro? A banana, pretty healthy.
Yang would be our first cringe mayor of New York. Like actual cringe.
New York City relies upon its 14,000 bodegas so much. I love bodegas. And we gotta make sure that they continue to stay open and do their thing. You can keep the change. You got it. You're welcome. New York City, support your local bodegas. Can you imagine a New York City without bodegas? I can't imagine it. Let's not have to. All right, see you soon.
New York City love its bodegas. The 14,000 bodegas are vital for our city. Let's support them and keep them open. Haha, I love New York. Yang, I'm gonna have to soft block you if you don't stop being so cringe. Let's just get this out of the way because people are gonna spam it to me so many fucking times. So I want to just say that it's been watched so we don't have to do it anymore.
New York City always felt like the center of the universe. I grew up an hour north and came into the city with my brother whenever I could. In 1996, I moved to Morningside Heights. I went to my friend's shows. I was in the Garden for Larry Johnson's 4-point play.
Mets or Yankees?
Let's go Mets.
Knicks or Nets?
I'm sorry, Knicks, but you've been too bad for too long. I came of age, fell in love, and became a father here.
Hey guys, thank you.
My wife Evelyn is from Queens. Both my sons were born at St. Luke's.
Papaya King or Grace Papaya?
Grace Papaya, the champ. Eventually, I became a CEO. I started a nonprofit.
Hello.
President Obama named me a champion of change and an ambassador for entrepreneurship. I ran for president because I saw that the economy was not working for everyday Americans.
60% of small businesses are shutting down.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Seeing my city the way it is now breaks my heart.
What happened to George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and so many others? It's beyond injustice. It's inhuman.
We need to realize Martin Luther King Jr.'s dream of a guaranteed minimum income and get cash into the hands of people who need it most.
Hang in there, help's on the way.
We'll bring New York City into the 21st century by getting everyone high-speed internet so our kids can learn.
Hire more teachers and reduce the class sizes. I think that would make a big difference. It's hard, you know, when you have a class of 30 kids.
We'll take back control of our subway.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
We'll create a people's bank so it stops being so expensive to be poor.
Your advocacy for universal basic income is so critical. The surest way to end poverty is to put money in people's pockets. It's that simple.
We'll reopen intelligently to revive our incredible culture.
Damn.
Maybe we can even save the Knicks. New York City has been my home for 25 years. It's Evelyn's home. We're public school parents.
Hello! I like that you out in the street, that you out and about.
I'm running for mayor for my 2 boys, for you, and for every New Yorker.
We're going to work for you.
Thank you.
Let's fight for a future New York City that we can all be proud of.
I'm surprised by the endorsements is what I
Paid
was
for by
surprised by.
Yang for New York.
Hey, Moose Soup. So, Andrew Yang, exclamation point Yang in the chat. Exclamation point Yang in the chat. Did you know Andrew Yang follows me on Twitter? Yang Gang Haspans. Can Trump still run in 2020? As of right now, he can. He hasn't been barred. Anyone else we should be interested currently in the mayoral race? It's pretty damn early, so I don't know. But Andrew Yang is definitely the one that's hitting the ground running. Unit operations, thanks for the tier 3. Holy shit. What are your layman's terms thoughts on Yang? Okay, my layman's terms thoughts on Yang is that he is kind of a... He's a social democrat capitalist, you know? He believes in capitalism. He's rich. But he's concerned about the rising inequality making the system crash and be unstable. So he wants to shore it up by providing basic services and income to poor people so that, you know, the system doesn't collapse. And so that's kind of my view on that. Do you see the system comment about him not living in NYC? I mean, does he not live in New York City? I thought he did. He moved to New Platts, 2 hours outside this. Oof. Oof, chat. Oof. Oof. Yang seems more of a neolib. Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's... I mean, I think he is kind of neolib adjacent. He's certainly not like somebody who comes from a traditionally left perspective of like, of labor and unions and stuff like that. He lives there part-time. He complained how difficult it was to have 2 children, remote learning in a small New York City apartment. I mean, he's right about that. He's right about that, but he's kind of entitled about, like, I'm not going to do that, but millions of people have to live like that, right? So, I'm not a huge Yang ganger, but I think he's certainly... I don't hate the idea of a UBI. I think the UBI is probably a better idea than a lot of leftists give it credit for. Just because if you redistribute wealth to the poor, you increase their power. Wealth equals power. If you're giving a bunch of poor people free money, that makes them more powerful, better off, better able to negotiate, better able to strike, better able to provide for necessities so they're not so desperate, so they can spend more time on themselves. They could take vacations. They can, you know, when basic survival is assured, it allows people more a capacity to fight for more stuff. If you're constantly scrabbling for, you know, for just the basics, you don't have the time and energy to do more. Is it his long-term goal to cut all social programs and replace them with UBI? I mean, I think that was his position in the beginning, but is he? I think he like walked away from that position, right? Like, I'm not saying I'm a huge Yang ganger. I'm not. I just thought that he walked away from that. I can't keep track of his fucking bullshit.